Well, hey everybody. Welcome to a special edition of The Raven's Eye. Hey everybody. I know it's late. There was no warning whatsoever for this. But I figured I'd give it a shot here. I'm trying out some new equipment. Yay! Uh, so I wanted to bring something up to you. This is something right here that we were talking about Friday night. When my nephew was trying to tell his story, he kept, if you watch the episode, he kept getting kicked out. And his buddy Philip tried to do the best he could to tell the story along with him. But he couldn't seem to get across what Jeremy wanted to get across, I guess. I don't know. But while we were talking, he told me the story before about what he saw, and at first, of course, I thought it was a Wendigo. But no, I don't believe it was. And as a matter of fact, right now, what you see right here on the screen is the closest thing that I thought it was. Last night I had another discussion with him, and he was telling me that, I asked him, I said, did you actually see antlers on this thing? He said, no. There were no antlers. All I saw were eyes. He said it was massive, and all I saw were eyes. And he said they were close set like ours. So, I don't know. I don't know. You got another one right here. Not deer, an odd cryptid still making appearances in Appalachia and beyond. It's tough to keep track of the hundreds of various cryptid monsters and legendary creatures around the world, let alone the U.S., especially with those with unusual names, often given to them by native people who first reported them. On the other hand, it's easy to remember these whose names are self-descriptive, like Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster. The fine folks at Phantoms and Monsters get unusual sightings reports from everywhere, and the recent one caught the writer's eye because of its unusual self-descriptive name, the not deer. If it's not a deer, what is it? That's a damn good question. If it's not a deer, what is it? Now, on the subject of the deer man or what have you, there have been several podcasts I've listened to. One in particular was The Confessionals, where I heard about this deer-like creature, bipedal, running along with the car. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. And I really don't know what to think of what it was my nephew saw. I don't. It's hard to say. It's a mystery. I mean, maybe it could have been a Sasquatch. I don't know. But he and Philip both said they thought it was a deer. It was down by the creek. then it was making its way up to the feeder. Now, anybody who's done any research or, paid attention to, the goings on of, that cryptid, you know that they're opportunists. They take a free meal when they can. And his stepdaddy just happened to have a feeder out, and there you go. I don't know. I'm shaking my head over it. The only thing I know to do is go over and take a look at it myself. Excuse me. I'll adjust this a little bit here. I need to go over and, check it out myself. He said it was maybe 15 to 20 feet away from him, 30 feet at tops, when it bluff charged him, because that's what it sounded like it did. It sounded like it bluff charged and run him in the house. Now, once they got in the house, there was nothing to it. I mean, they were scared out of their wits. They weren't going anywhere. So, who knows? I don't know. Deer man, Sasquatch, Dog man. Could it have been Dog man? The eye shine was red. No, I don't know. This isn't going to be a very long show. This is just, I was hoping maybe somebody would check back on, and we could talk a little bit about this if you were up. If you were so inclined to join in for a minute or two, because like I said, I had another conversation with the boy, and he didn't see the antlers that's usually described with this deer man. So I don't know. Let's see. Trying out new lighting. I seem to do okay. You see the spray bottle behind me. I've been doing a little house cleaning and rearranging them. I'm trying to set up an actual studio, so it's a mess right now. I've got shit scattered all over. My wife come in the house and she just rolled her eyes. I was like, Jesus Christ. I thought you were going to clean this mess. I said, well, I got to move one mess to clean the other mess so I can sort through the mess that I just moved. It's just how my mind works. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Trying effects with lighting. Yeah, I'm not crazy over some of that. Some of the colors do actually look pretty good. And yeah, I will try that. Sorry about the clicking. It's It's a work in progress. This whole channel's a work in progress, guys. If you're so inclined to tune in, that wouldn't be too bad if it was consistent. Not crazy over that. Not crazy over that either. Oh, Lord. Nope, 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 nope. It's got a strobe feature, man. Sorry. I truly am sorry. Yeah. Give that a go. But I think that's best. There we go. Yeah, that may be a little bit better. Gives a little bit more natural light. But yeah, Deer Man, I don't believe is what we were looking at. To be honest, I don't think it was. You got this right here. Legendary originates in the folklore of North America. Sightings of deer man have been reported from several states. You know, when if you go back and I read this right here, this whole encounter right there. I read the whole thing, and it mirrors Jeremy and Phillips almost to a T. I mean, but I believe the cryptid is wrong. I really do. I believe the cryptid is wrong. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. I've been trying to wrap my head around it. I really don't. I've been thinking about doing another camping trip. Here pretty soon. Thought about doing it, 1st of November. I don't know. It gets a little cooler, and I'll be doing it solo. That's a fact. I won't be handling any of it. I don't know why I've got these on. I don't have any guests tonight. It's just me. But yeah, we got bluff charged. Now, I remember Philip saying it stood up, it looked like it was about 7 feet tall. But Jeremy said it looked more like 8. So, I don't know. 7 foot, 8 foot is pretty damn big. I've seen a 7 foot black bear. We had one actually come through our neighborhood last year, and that sucker was huge for a black bear. They get 5, 6 feet tall. Maybe. This one, it was 7 feet at least. It was a big boy. And got a small apple tree across the street, and that's where it was headed to. I just happened to be sitting out on the porch, just listening to the night sounds. Here I come. But I don't know. It really is hard to tell what he saw. I'm bound and determined to find out. I'm gonna figure this one out for sure. Because if it showed up there once, it could definitely show up there again. And if it makes a habit of it, it's hard to tell. I think it wasn't really paying attention to from what it sounds like anyway. It wasn't really paying attention to what it was walking up to. It wasn't used to people being out on that porch that late at night. So he startled them and they startled him, or it. Well, they just put an it on it. We don't know whether it was a male or female. They're not one to get bent out of shape when you don't use their proper pronoun. Oh my goodness. It's a strange world we live in. Strange world indeed. So, when he mentioned it, this particular one right here, the deer woman. I know the legend of the deer woman. Okay. And I'm thinking, could that have been it? But then the description was all wrong. The description was completely, out of whack. There are so many cryptids being found, reported. A lot of them are just overlooked. A lot of them are called nonsense. You don't ever know. Excuse me. You don't ever know what's out there. Hell, 5-6 years ago, you told me Bigfoot was real. I laughed at you. And speaking of which, I'm trying to arrange another guest. This week is going to be Slim Pickens. You're probably just going to be seeing me. It's probably going to be a short show. And obviously it's been 20 minutes. Nobody's been expecting me to jump on, so. But it's okay. That's okay. I'm trying to get things situated. I'm getting closer to where I can actually use that new software, and it might be good. It might be a good thing. And honestly, I'm thinking about changing around the times of the show. I eventually, if we've got enough viewership and I feel that it's worth it, I'm probably going to try and do at least another show, maybe 2 a week, so 4 live shows a week, maybe. Late night being on Friday, and during the week, the Wednesday show is a midnight show, but I'm thinking about moving it up. About 9 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. Sometimes it's just too late. I mean, midnight's just too late for a lot of people, whether it's here or on the West Coast. I mean, it's just like 10 o'clock there. 9 o'clock. Yeah, it'd be 9 o'clock there. But I'm really trying to sort things out. Like I said, this episode right here is not going to be very long at all. I was surprised. It's called the special edition for a reason. I got a new light. I got a new monitor. So I've got 2 monitors now that I can finagle and get information to you to where you can actually see it. Yeah. It's been fun. I've been all day trying to set up this area, and I'm nowhere near done. Nowhere near. Got some more lights to set up, and got some junk to sort through. I'm getting me an SD card reader. So I had an extra camera. It was a nice one. It was this one right here. And it bit the dust. I don't understand it. Bit the dust. I'm getting ready to buy a card reader, SD card reader, so I can download everything that's on the SD. I still have stuff from my camping trip back in April with my nephew Dylan, who was on the other night also. And I'm hoping that maybe I caught a few wood knocks. Don't know for sure. I'll have to go through it. I got a lot of footage to go through, so. But anyway, whatever it was he saw was no bear. I don't believe that for a damn minute. I don't believe it was a bear for a minute. Nope, and nope. I thought about the rake. Could it have been a rake? But don't believe that's true either, because it looks more like a Wendigo. I mean, skinny, emaciated, chalky white skin, looking more like a gargoyle or a ghoul. Yeah. The rake was supposed to be a creepypasta story. So was a Slender Man, but you see reports of people seeing something they claimed to resemble the Slender Man. I don't know. If any of you out there watch Strange Familiars. I brought it up the other night. The Flannel Man. Yeah, that's another thing. Bearded lumberjack walking through the woods with an axe, wearing flannel, just pops up in random places. Some type of spiritual entity. Don't know. Don't know. All right. There is very few about this. Now, this is an excerpt from Strange Familiars. And if you haven't checked it out, please do. I highly recommend it. It's a great show. Timothy puts on. He does his research. He knows his stuff, and he does a fantastic job. Strange Familiars, number 90. Flannel Man, More Than a Ghost. Timothy and Allison, I believe that's his wife, present a hint that there could be something supernatural. The Buffalo Plaid itself, where we read stories of Flannel Man from listeners. Another story connecting Flannel Man to black dogs, Flannel Man stepping out of dreams and into bedrooms, and suggestions that these plaid-clad entities are far more than just ghosts, sometimes even harbingers of death, or perhaps even the Grim Reaper himself. We also talk several Flannel Man witnesses, including Christina, who was given a precognitive dream of a shooting even after seeing Flannel Man. Luke, who saw a series of strange symbols followed by a flannel man. Doug, who saw a flannel-wearing woman in his haunted apartment. And Felix, who had multiple flannel man sightings of her own. So it's interesting about this. You know, it reminds me of the highway walking ghost. It's sometimes the way it pops up. It's really interesting to me. Yeah, it is Strange Familiars. Check it out. Yeah, like I said, Timothy Renner does a fantastic job. He and Wes Germer are pretty good friends, along with Tony Merkel. Tony and Timothy don't live that far away from each other, to be honest. I forget the gentleman's name he co-authored a book with, but where it's a two-part, it's a 2 books series where the footprints end, and talking a lot about what I've talked about before about footprints. You find footprints and all of a sudden they're gone. You can't find them anywhere else. You find one track and then poof, it's gone. It's like, you'd think at least there'd be 1 or 2 more, before they got lost in the weeds. But yeah, but there's more. This channel is more to, there's more to it than just Sasquatch. No. It's encompassing everything, like I said before. And maybe because I've lost a few subscribers because of that, but that's okay. If this show isn't for you, then you can move on. And I think I'm going to be putting disclaimers at the beginning of the show that there will be adult language in this show. I'm not censoring anybody. There's too much of that, you know. I figure this is going to be more of an adult-oriented show. We're going to be discussing a lot of scary stuff, a lot of sensitive stuff, and some people just don't have a filter, and sometimes I don't. Figured I'd jump on here and let you guys know there's going to be another shake-up. Like I said, I'm going to move things up on the Wednesday. It's going to be around 9 o'clock, but it will be midnight on Fridays. So get that late night in. We'll just get together and chill. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Hit the 31-minute mark. And I'm going to try and hit the woods here pretty soon. Get out there and see what's going on. Hunting season usually stirs a bunch of stuff up. So we'll see. We'll see. I drove out there today. Well, no, actually I drove out there yesterday. I didn't drive out there today. I drove out there yesterday and took a peek around. I didn't film anything or anything like that. I just was looking around and found a nice little place I'm going to set up camp probably. It's a little off the beaten path and not too bad. And, not to where I'm going to be blocked in if push comes to shove. So I always have an out. You know, there's a wise advice, you know, a long time ago it was given to me, and, you know, always be aware of your surroundings and always leave yourself an out, you know. So if you need to, you make a hasty retreat, you know. You know, discretion is the better part of valor and all that. There's no shame in running when something's bad. You know, they call it a tactical retreat for a reason. You know, he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. That type of thing. It's not cowardice at all, especially where this is concerned. There's no point in putting your life on the line for something that really don't mean that much right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, you take care of yourself. Pray up before you go out. Get your mind right. Meditate. Just enjoy yourself while you're out there. You know, here's what I'm doing, you know, and it's working for me. I don't know how it will work for a lot of other people, because I don't go around whooping and hollering, and I don't go around beating on trees. I just do not. I don't do it. I will greet the forest. You know, in Navajo, I'll go Yate. That means all is good. It's hello. All is good. Greetings. It's a greeting. Yate. And I will say it pretty loud enough for everybody to hear me. Yate. And I'm prepared for something to happen, but I'm not looking for something to happen. If it does, it does. It doesn't, it doesn't. Like I said, you know, I wouldn't mind catching something on film for y'all while I'm out there, but like I said, I'm not out to try and prove anything to anybody anymore. Everything is just the way it is. I know that there's another world out there. One that is in the shadows. One that's hidden from us behind a veil. I've seen a lot of stuff. And I think this is my calling. I felt that way for a long time. And I'm trying to find my niche. You guys just hold on and hope you can hang in there with me. But I'm done for the night. This is a Monday night, late night special. 35 minutes. Short show. And, well, good Lord willing, we'll see you Wednesday. And, we'll talk about some other stuff. So, till then, I love you, man.